At Ghostlight Dice, we aim to be as professional as possible, but we were all thrown a curveball back in March. That is when this session was recorded. It's been a steep learning curve trying to record virtually, and we are trying our best to keep the audio as crisp as we possibly can. So thank you for the patience, and thank you for listening.
Previously on Gunslinger's Gateway, the party happened upon the Billows homestead, and after much deliberation decided to do a little breaking and entering. Upstairs they found the mysteriously preserved body of a child in a tomb. Even further upstairs they found a magical attic that was much bigger on the inside than it looked from the outside. In it they found a spell book, a workshop, and the components for some very powerful spells. What do these discoveries mean? And more importantly, will Moonshadow's theft of Sissy Billow's spellbook come back to bite them?
What do you guys want to do?
I want to get tired of reading and go join everybody. I'm gonna dogtail my chapter, close my book, and go find everyone else.
Okay. It's
Dogtail, dog ear. That's what that's called.
I got you. I knew what you were talking about. Okay, so, you get up there within a couple minutes. Not even a couple minutes. It kind of takes you a little bit of time once you get to the second floor. But you kind of come up and down the hall, and what you think is a linen closet, you find it's actually a secret room with a ladder in it, and it goes up, and you can hear the rest of the group chatting.
Hello.
I'll peek my head out and just be like, yeah, we're up here.
Oh, okay. And I will go in. What are you doing? What is all this?
When Nazar comes in, I want to try and sneak this spell book into my pack.
A sleight of hand check at disadvantage.
My passive perception is 21.
She has to roll at disadvantage. That's the thing. Because she did make a statement to being like, I'm going to just...
I'm gonna steal this.
I'm gonna steal this.
13.
This is crime.
13.
You go to slip it into your pack, and everybody just looks at you really quickly. Like, really?
I'm still gonna put it in my pack.
I'm gonna say, what was that?
A book?
Why'd you hide it?
I just put it into my pack. It's not hidden.
Oh.
It's there.
All right. What's in it?
It's got weird writings in it.
Oh, I don't like nothing about weird writings. You can keep that.
This is another book. May I read it when you're done?
Yes, if you tell me what is in your book.
We'll see.
Fuck.
I will say, I just want to go on record as being very not okay with stealing from what I'll say is some sort of bio-wizard.
So I'm a bit confused here because this was the mayor's house, and he is an advocate for no magic.
He's a liar.
I think we need to recall that this is the Billows estate, which is actually his wife's name. So what the motivation is behind that, I have no idea, but it might behoove us to remember that this is a lot of lying. and so nothing will make sense. It's very distressing.
This is politics, is it not? Lying?
Yes, but also there's some sort of foul sorcery afoot here, and I don't think whoever operates this workshop would look very kindly on theft.
I want to look around the room while everyone argues.
Okay. So, Nazar, in this main room, you can tell about 40 by 40 foot room, and no, it's less than that. It's like 20 by 20 foot room. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it is weirdly big, right? Like it shouldn't be
It's
this
weirdly,
big.
It's weirdly tall. You guys, this place was a 2-story cottage, and this is well above a 3rd-story amount of space.
Okay.
So the room is kind of dark. It has sconces that are lit with like flames, but it's kind of dim. And the walls stretch up pretty high, about 15 feet, and curve up. There are 2 doors. To the north, there are 2 doors. They're open like archways, and they curve up kind of in a Gothic style top. And one glancing through, it's kind of like a workshop with bits of metal and stuff and wood. And then there are 2 on the northern walls of that room. There are metal bars running up the wall, extending across the ceiling, and 2 chains hang down from it on either side with like S hooks. And then the room next door seems to be like a study with an empty lectern and various coffers and jars filled with what the group just figured out were components.
Out of character, so outside of the building, it is very clearly a 2-story building, but inside it is not.
Correct.
Has anyone used Detect Magic? Because I wasn't at last session.
No.
I want to use Detect Magic on the room itself, not what's in the room, but like figuring out like what the room itself is made of.
Okay. I don't know what colors you want because
we never settled on that.
Okay, so we'll figure it out later. But you and I can text about that. But you kind of observing the surroundings around you, you look around and you kind of feel, this is illusion magic.
Okay.
Things are not as they seem.
I'm suddenly a glowing teal boy.
We did say pink for enchantment, though.
Yes, I do have that down, and that's all we decided.
Okay, cool.
So as I start glowing teal, I look at myself and I say, this room is lie. Like everything else, this is lie.
I had assumed, but thank you for confirming that.
I want to start feeling along the walls to see if I can maybe find a secret door.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. 18. It seems to be a lie.
More secret rooms in the secret room.
No, there are no secret rooms in the secret room.
It's
Wonderful.
not enough doors of secret room.
Okay, just want to double check that.
Yeah.
So after we've kind of talked about that, just kind of Loch's looking around and kind of looks at kind of a long like side eye at Nicholas. It's that, well, if we're going to Fairbrook, we need to catch up with the druids. We've been in here for, I don't know, half an hour maybe more.
About 45 minutes. You're getting close to an hour.
It's like we should, as ill-advised as taking anything might be at this, I'm as complicit in this as you are at this point, so doesn't seem that there's anything else to do here, so we may be best for us to make haste and catch up with the larger caravan.
I agree.
We do have horses.
Yes.
Yes, but my
Last time, we could try again. New day, new D20. It's fine.
It's not a new day, though.
Okay, so is everybody done here?
yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Are there any more books?
No, because everybody looked before. They figured nothing that would have been of any interest to Nazar.
Lame. Okay.
Okay.
Nazar's just a giant dragon nerd.
Literally, yeah. That's kind of how I'm developing him. Is he wants knowledge right now, and then once he has all the knowledge he wants, he'll probably not read again for a while. He's like the opposite of what everyone assumes a barbarian is. He's actually quite intelligent.
He's a smart boy.
He's my smart boy. My big smart boy.
Okay. Well, it doesn't. You guys are pretty much well aware of what's in the ins and outs. You come down the ladder one after each other. So you manage to come down, and as your guys are turning the corner to go downstairs, you each get a good glimpse up into the room where the tomb is of the young boy. As you keep going down, within minutes you're outside this 2-story cottage and out into the mid-morning air. What do you do?
Can we set the house on fire?
No.
That's what I said. I already said no.
So are we going to fucking burn this place, or are we leaving?
We're just leaving.
This seems problematic.
Stealing a book is one thing. Destroying the crystal coffin of some sort of dead boy, that's a little much.
See, he is already dead. This is nothing to worry about. As for book, if house is burned, then no book is gone. This seems logical, no?
No.
This can't just be me. Moonshadow, this seems logical, no?
Yes, let's burn it.
Whoa, what is happening now?
I'm gonna try to start burning the house down. Whether I get stopped or not, I don't know, but I mean...
It is a stone house.
Fuck!
Oh, damn it.
Good.
Wait, are the floors inside wood?
Yeah?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna go back inside.
Town.
Not well.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna try to burn this house down if people don't stop me.
Okay.
Nazar! Not a good idea.
This is why.
Make a I think it's a wisdom save.
Whoa. A wisdom save. +1. 8.
You're not. So as you go to I'm assuming use your breath weapon.
Nah, that would have been smart. I am a dragon.
Or whenever you're pulling a torch out of your bag, I hold my hand and say stop, and you are hold personed.
Oh, that sucks. Nazar will remember this.
Okay.
I'm
as I'm holding out my hand, I say, stealing from me was one thing, but I'd rather not literally burn every bridge in this community.
Wait, Doctor, how are you doing that?
Oh, shit! You know what?
We'll talk about God or nature, I'm not sure.
Are you literally comparing yourself to a god?
No, that's where it comes from,
Oh my God.
think.
Oh no, God, no, not God.
And so I just stop concentrating on it, dispel it. It's I think we should go.
Yes, let us go, please.
I'll go. I'm not happy about it, but I'll go.
So you finally get Nazar out and close the door behind you. Maybe a little bit broken.
Oh, I really slammed that door shut behind me.
Maybe a little bit more broken than when you broke into it initially.
Yeah, we fucked it up the first time.
Yeah. Gil literally just fucking shotgunned it.
Hey.
So you turn onto the dirt path leading away from the cottage, and you just start walking for a little while. A few minutes turns to about half hour to an hour. And Roots kind of starts to lead the way because, after all, you're going to his home. You guys he begins to lead you off the trail out into the grass as the wide waves of grass sway in the gentle breeze. And it's very peaceful, despite everything that has happened within the last day. As you're walking, about 30 minutes, 40, almost an hour has gone by, and the wind picks up for a second, and all of you, maybe at different times or different moments, realize or swear for a second you see a glimmer of sparks in the sky.
Ooh.
But not high up, but kind of about eye level. It's like a lightning strike, but smaller, less violent, and more lingering. It happens again. This phenomenon happens about 30 to 45 feet away from you, out in the middle of the grasslands. To the northwest ahead, you can see where trees begin to pop up and turn more and more dense. What do you guys do?
Roots is still with us, right?
Yeah.
Like as it starts to happen, I like clip clop like either like where he's flying, and you like point like is it like happening like constantly like or just like every like
it's periodically. It's not like it's enough to notice, but it's not a constant stream of whatever's happening.
Is it a pattern?
Nope.
Roots wants to investigate.
Make an Arcana check.
Should I roll? 10.
You don't know what it is.
I'll look to Roots. Roots, do you know what this phenomenon is?
I have no idea.
As you're kind of standing there, you guys are kind of still looking at it, and from behind you, you hear the clip-clopping of another horse, and like the turning of wheels, and kind of like a koom, 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 koom. As like a whoa!
Oh God.
Max, please introduce your character.
Well, hello there, fine adventurers. And I jump out of my little wagon and I set up shop very quickly. And I'm like, I could do some fine wares for some fine adventurers such as yourself. Here at Professor Stanford Smith's Fixer Elixirs, we have all the cures for what ails you.
Wow.
You mean like alcohol?
Well, of course, if you would like some of that, mix you up with a mighty fine ale. Or, if you want something more medical, perhaps you would like one of my many elixirs or one of my many tonics. I have serpent oil, orc sweat, pixie spit, and cube jelly. Anything for you.
Loch immediately does not like him.
After all the fair stuff, he's like, oh my god, another fair booth. This is great.
This would have been excellent today when I really needed a backpack.
He doesn't, like, Loch whispers to him, he's like, he doesn't sell backpacks.
How do you know?
He sells lies.
Did I hear what? A backpack, perhaps?
I have one now. Robin gave me one.
Oh. Well.
You have books?
Do I have books?
Books. Books.
I can see what I have in my back storage unit. I quickly rustle through what I have, and I have like a journal that I write just nonsense in. I'm like, oh, it's in it's in ethereal language. You would like this interesting read.
This is not what I want.
Oh, very well. Suit yourself. And I throw it behind me.
And Loch gets off of his horse and walks up to the stall, I guess. That
It's like a
appeared
caravan
out of
wagon.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Just like pop up an awning, popped up on the countertop.
Like,
Here we go.
fully, Loch's eyes could not be squinting more. What exactly is in cube jelly?
Oh, cube jelly. We take that from your genetic cube. I cannot say that word today. But we take the finest ingredients from them and distill it down to its pure essence to cure any illness you may be suffering from.
Any illness.
Any illness. Trust me, I'm a professor.
And what sort of research backs this up?
Oh, you know, my plentiful of research on monster health encouraging. You know, it's complicated stuff. You wouldn't understand it.
Where exactly did you study these monster components?
You know, here and there. I went to college for them.
No. Which one?
The College of Monster Valor, as one would.
Yes. Could I perhaps examine one of these cube jelly elixirs?
Of course. You may look at it as much as you want, and I hand you over a cube-shaped jar.
Is it sealed?
It's just like a little cork on the top.
Like pull it out and like smell it?
Yeah.
Can I do like an alchemy check just by what it smells like?
Sure. Max, I don't know if you want to roll a general intelligence check or deception or whatever skill you feel like pertains.
I'll roll something.
There you go.
I hate to be that guy like searching for advantage, but I feel like if I have advantage on any... No, damn it. Okay.
You know he's a shyster of some sort, but...
What?
Be medicine or nature or...
Is it a medicine check?
Yeah, medicine.
So that's 13.
I got a 24.
Professor Smith, what does he find out?
He finds out that it's a wonderful cure-all that would cure any disease that you may encounter on your adventures.
I think you need to buy one now.
Yeah.
You challenged this man's professorial authority, were proven incorrect, and now you're not going to buy the gelatinous cube jelly.
Nothing has proved.
You failed to disprove it. I also went to college.
That's not how... Druzy, do you know what science is?
It's all right, my dear. I get down.
How much is it?
I'm so sorry, Professor. I'm sorry.
How much is it?
10 for you, only 10 gold pieces.
I'll give you 1.
Did he say 1 gold piece? I'm sorry. This is a magical cure-all, and I'm already giving you quite the deal. Did you counter with 1 gold piece?
No. Nazar, do you still want to burn something down?
Who are you? And he turns his back to Loch.
How does it cure all?
I'm just going to give you 9 more gold pieces and just move on.
Thank you very much. I take the gold and I just ignore his questions from now on.
Okay. I didn't give you a gold piece. I offered him one.
You now have in your possession a bottle of gelatinous cube.
1 questionable potion.
1 questionable potion.
1 questionable fruit.
I just want to know if these sparks have been still intermittently happening while we're having this conversation.
Definitely.
How much was your booze again?
Oh, booze? That would only be 5 gold pieces for you, good sir.
Well, what kind of booze is it?
Well, what kind of booze do you want?
Strongest you got. What do you got?
All right. I go to my back and I just have a barrel of ale, I guess. I have 1 barrel of ale that and I just go and get like a mug full. And I say, here for you, 5 gold. It is the finest ale you'll find in this country.
How much is the barrel?
Oh, the barrel? Let's say 50 gold.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh my god! Are you gonna attach this to your horse?
Yeah.
Like why 4 people didn't win the lottery.
So I'm gonna slap 50 gold down for you.
All right.
And I'm gonna tie on the back of my horse that barrel.
Poor horse.
His name is Budweiser.
Aww.
Your name is Budweiser?
He's a Budweiser horse.
Do I have a horse? I feel like I'm too heavy for a horse.
You are.
Okay, I figured. Am I carrying my horse? My horse is on my back.
Because everybody got a horse. Moonshadow and Nazar have been walking with theirs, holding onto the reins.
Cool, because I'm a big boy.
Yeah, you big boy. Moonshadow got kicked from her horse, so.
Aw.
I'm gonna attach the barrel to the back of my horse, and I'm gonna look at Druzy. I'm gonna say, this trip just got a whole lot better.
Gilbert, I'm concerned for you. I am, but I understand.
You said that those sparkle things were happening?
Yep. They seem to move away a little bit, though. They're about 10 feet further away from you guys.
While they were messing with Max, I wanted to go towards them.
Okay.
And see what that's about.
Make an Arcana check.
I was worse. That's a 9. Oh.
You don't know what it is, but you
I'm
can
still
tell
follow them.
you can tell it's not harmful.
Okay, I'm gonna do that cat thing where I'm gonna try and chase him.
Since I turned away from Loch, I see Moonshadow going, and I'm gonna start following after her. Can I also make an Arcana check? I don't mean to all pile Arcana checks. but
Sorry, I'm not gonna let you because something's
That's
about
fair.
to happen.
Cool.
Moonshadow.
Roots is in beauty, and Roots tries to fly into the middle of them.
Moonshadow, as you go to jump for and swat at one of these sparks, you swat at it and you see your hand disappears into the air. There's something you pass through something, and then all of a sudden your forward momentum's still going, and you go. Nazar and Roots, as you're watching this, you watch Moonshadow and disappear, and all of a sudden the sparks go.
What?
Fuck! I turn back and I wave at everybody.
What's happening?
She's gone. She got poof. She gone.
What?
She is gone. She's gone. And I'm
not-
waving at the air, what the fuck just happened?
Which way did she go?
And I wave at the air.
Did she go towards the light, the sparkies, the light crackling?
Yes, this is where she goes. She is gone.
God damn it!
Sparks are gone, right? Because she went into them.
Yep.
So we turn
She
around.
went towards the light.
There's no light there anymore.
It's just open grassland, breeze, and a clear blue sky.
Nazar, I know we're fighting, but do the thing that you did in the attic.
Where you glow, you can tell us if it's magic.
There's nothing to glow at. This is wasteful. There's nothing to glow at. She is gone. I'm gonna wave my hands through the air where she disappeared from and see if I feel anything.
You don't feel anything, but as you're passing your hands in the air, you feel for a second in your outermost digits of your hand that there is a different type of magic, but it's dissipated.
It's gone. She is gone. There's no telling where she went.
Nazar, I need you to make an Arcana check.
Ew, an Arcana check. What's my Arcana thingy?
Moonshadow.
+2. Dope.
Moonshadow. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw. What'd you
Unnatural 20.
As you feel that you're even though this is a new thing for you, Nazar, you feel you don't know where you've heard about it before, but conjuration magic.
I read a lot of books.
What color do you want conjuration magic?
Okay, it's orange.
Orange. I was gonna say.
This feels orange.
You turn that color on the outside of you. That's what happens with
They make it up and she go away. This is what happened.
I'm gonna go to Moonshadow. You enter through what feels like a sheer curtain. The heat of the afternoon sun lessens and seems to be snuffed out. A moment of panic surges through your bones, but is quickly backfilled with a sense of somber calm. Your eyes adjust. You see a dark void before you. You step. Water ripples outwards from your foot, but there is no sound. On the horizon, a scattered assortment of headstones, crypts, mausoleums, a sea of crystalline stone in varying degrees of aging. A figure towers over the graves. Their height is intimidating, coupled with the rich purple robe they wear over their head, kind of blocking their face. It drapes over the graves as they kneel. You get a better look. She is almond-skinned, delicate features, somewhat paled by the stark white hair cascading down her shoulders, almost touching the ground. She smiles as she rests a single finger on a grave. Her eyes unreadable as they are masked with a purple gauzed fabric. Lapsene, olen, odantinot, sinua. Mutsase, olevela. En sun akiska. Hala minum tientiet lisoa. Kisa opamia. She smiles at you, gently, kindly, and shakes her head. There's for a moment, you have just been processing all of this, and this figure has spoken to you. She stands gargantuan in front of you. Is there anything that you do?
I am going to kneel before her.
Okay.
And did I recognize the language?
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kneel before her and not say anything.
She chuckles a little bit. And she shakes her head again, smiling. Kasvia opia daxinia. And you feel like this surge in your body. You get kind of lifted up, and then it goes black again for a second. And then you go, open your eyes, and you're laying on your back in the field, just staring up at the sky above.
Cool. Would I have recognized her from any iconography or anything?
Make a religion check.
Story.
Make a religion check.
Religion?
Yep.
19.
As you're laying there, you hear people screaming for you, trying to find out where you went. What is the rest of the group doing?
Screaming, trying to figure out where she went.
Precisely. Do we see her pop up in the...
No.
Or is she, like, hidden by the grass?
She's hidden by the grass.
Okay, so we don't... So we're just... Yeah, we're screaming, trying to find out where she went.
Can I smell her? I'm a dragon.
Make a
I got big
survival
nose.
check.
Make a what?
Survival check.
I'm proficient in survival. That's a 15.
The breeze is going, you're downwind, you go, ha! And you pick up her scent.
I sprint, and I go.
Sorry, I'm trying.
When Nazar starts running,
I find you in the grass, and I pick you up. I hold her over my head, and I say, I found her! They say, I found her! I'm shaking you.
okay.
I'm gonna try and get out of that very fast and be like, yes, you found me. It's okay. Put me down, please.
I'll put you down now. Where did you go?
I don't know. I saw a very tall woman, and she was a little scary, but she seemed nice.
Did you take some sort of drug?
No, I do
Do you have
not
more
take
of the
drugs.
drug?
Okay,
Can you share?
because I'm not seeing a tall woman.
Yes, it was like I passed through a curtain.
I don't see a curtain here.
There's no curtains. We are in field. Is this another lie? I'm Confucian.
Or is this, dare I
it's
say
like
it,
the house we were in.
magic?
Probably was...
What?
Some sort of magic.
Seems as soon as we step foot out of town, the whole world's rife with magic.
Probably always was, Gilbert. We just can't see it in 10 view.
Yeah, my world's kind of shaking
Yes,
up right now.
Nazar and I have encountered some. Okay.
You telling me I could step outside of my house, take 1 foot, and get whisked off somewhere else?
Yes.
Yes.
It's possible.
What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Gilbert, it sounds like you need a drink.
You're goddamn right I do.
I do not need a drink. It's okay.
He just bought a big barrel. It's okay. He has plenty. You missed these because you were gone with a big fat woman or big tall woman. I don't judge.
I'm drinking for sure.
Alright.
Where were you? What did it? You saw a woman, but where were you?
Don't know. I was here 1 second, and then I was in somewhere else. Not here.
Well, what did this somewhere else look like? Like, was it just blackness, whiteness?
It was not as warm as here. It was a little darker. I saw some gravestone, but that's about it. And this very tall woman.
Say anything?
I could not understand which.
Well, I don't know.
Neither do I. Let us forget about it for now and go with the druids.
I agree with that.
We can file this under wizard we probably pissed off to.
File under another lie. Everything is lie. Nothing is real. All is fake.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start walking with my horse, kind of dejected.
There you go.
I'm drinking and driving.
It is not a lie.
Folks, did I hear that you had upset a wizard?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Why are we telling this man anything?
You're just threatened because you're not the only doctor anymore.
I'm threatened because he's a complete stranger.
He said he's threatened. I would like the record to state Loch is threatened by this professor. He's not the only one learning it.
Druzy, do you smell? Do you smell this?
I smell
Smells like
what?
jealousy. This is joke,
Oh,
honey. This is joke.
Don't need my help. I'll just be on my way.
Well, now hold on just a minute now, because I have one question for you, Professor, if you're an educated man, and this will tell me whether or not I trust you or not.
Yes, what is it?
What do you know about magic?
Magic is not real.
All right.
Okay, now, I want to believe you. I want to. But I don't know how our good doctor back there managed to freeze my friend Nazar in place. And I don't know how Moonshadow just disappeared. Can you explain that?
Yeah. It was just, like when your eyes get caught in the sun, it's like that kind of situation. I'm just saying, okay, listen, I'll level with you here, buddy. Government doesn't want me to talk about the rulers here. They don't want me to talk about magic being real. So I pretend like it's not. All right? Okay? Is that what you wanted to hear from me?
Yes.
You're gone.
I honestly don't know what I wanted you to tell me, and I'm quite troubled by it, honestly. But
It's okay, drink.
I appreciate you leveling with me.
Come on, we got normal people here who don't really understand what this whole magic thing is going on. If they realized how big it was, there'd be mass chaos. You just gotta keep the people in check.
We're lying to them and telling them that magic isn't real or that it's dangerous.
I mean,
Trying to help them live their lives.
I live for this professor being a conspiracy theorist.
But wait, we know that magic is dangerous because it potentially vanished our friend and she met some giant woman.
Yeah, but she's still here right now and safe and sound.
you have hands, right?
Yeah, I have hands.
And you have, on occasion, murdered people with your hand. Straight up punched them to death, correct?
It happened.
This isn't a judgment thing. I'm just trying to build a point here. You've punched people and they've died, right?
It has happened.
So should nobody have hands? Should we all cut off our hands because some people can punch other people to death?
I guess that would be unreasonable.
So it is important, and I might hang myself later for saying this, but our new acquaintance here may have a point.
Thank you very much, sir.
I do the watching you eyes.
I have a lot to think about.
But we should catch up with the druids before more of us are sucked into extra-dimensional spaces with giant women in them.
Might enjoy that. In my line of work, we try not to judge people for what they might prefer. I feel like the extra-dimensional space bit is a bit dicey, so let's just go. There are large women elsewhere.
I'm heading the same direction.
Of course you are.
After that, a little excursion. You continue on down, out and through the fields. Some of you walking your horses, some riding, others falling behind in a
You recognize?
caravan. You all kind of take your time, and it gets to about nightfall. You have started to kind of get into the dense, into the forest. The trees are large, sturdy, beautiful, and it's a very beautiful day out. It's been a very nice day considering how awful it was yesterday. And you wind yourself through trees and around bushes and everything. It gets a little bit harder with the caravan at this point since you are not on a path. But yeah, so I'm going to say that you guys are moving at a slower pace at the moment.
Okay.
So by the time you kind of start wrestling around, Roots, you kind of meander off. You're out in the wilderness, you find a trail, like an actual path, a very worn path, and you end up, and there's people walking it, just casually, and in the distance you can hear the rustle of leaves in the canopy overhead, and the occasional horse's whinny against the melody of bird songs. More of the nightly kind. This footpath winds between trees of varying sizes. as the sun begins to set on the wildflowers sprinkling the land. Ahead, you can hear the babbling of a brook, a quiet chatter, peace, and you look up. Above are suspended walkways, treehouse homes stacked around trunks and leaning precariously out on branches, woven from twigs, leaves, and vines. Welcome to Fairbrook, the town of the tree folk. Ahead, you can see a small gathering of familiar faces as on the forest floor, and you can see that there is a lift of some sort going up, and you can see several people on the lift. There's a few of them operating at various like heights, and there's people being lifted up into the treetop. Yeah, it's a treehouse town, guys.
Oh, point of order. I don't know if I might have missed it. Max, what race is your guy?
He's a human. He's like a 52-year-old man, gray hair, wears like a little. I don't want to say he looks like a Monopoly man, but he looks a little bit like the Monopoly man.
Max, human, shyster. Okay.
He's definitely chubby too.
You guys kind of start to saddle on up to where these two lifts are, because there is a slowly dissipating crowd there. These are the druids that you walked with. There's kind of an informal queue to be going up on the lifts. You can see Mikael, Tansula, and Gorwin are all waiting next to each other and ushering other people on. You have arrived at Fairbrook. What do you guys want to do?
Does it look like horses can go up on the lift?
Not these not these lifts. These are smaller lifts.
Yeah.
These are definitely meant for people.
Is there a place to tie the horses off?
As you guys kind of get closer, you can see that you've caught the attention of Mikael and his wife in his right hand, and they kind of they wave you.
I immediately walk over to.
Okay.
I put some over to them. Yeah.
Hello, dear friends and new friends. Roots. I was wondering where you went off to.
Hello. Is Robin in this town?
He's probably at home currently.
We have some kind of moth cave, though, right?
If that's what you decide to call your home, I do not. I have not seen him since we arrived, but that does not mean he is not home.
I'm gonna go check the moth cave for Robin.
So you immediately hop on, bypass the rest of of people in line, and just hop on a lift and go up on the next lift. Oh my God, I'd hate to say he does it all the time. He's obsessed with the moth cave. I worry sometimes.
Now that we have these horses, what should we do with these horses?
Glowing, and he kind of steps forward, and he's like, I guess, horses, wagon?
Yes. But...
Okay. This way, please. And he kind of waves you guys to follow him. Underneath, like, there is a massive, obviously this area here is like massive woodwork. Like, you're walking underneath like a giant deck. You kind of come by, and you can see that it's not that far away, but there is a series of like other lifts that seem to be bigger and a little bit more heavy duty. You can see that there is like a giant fenced in area beneath the upper deck, and there are a couple horses down here on the ground, but you can see that there are a couple of stable keepers that are pulling them onto the heavier duty lifts and raising them up. If you care to talk to either Wyron or Camus, they'll get your horses in order. Sorry, we have a meeting to attend, but they will take care of your cargo, your horses, no charge or anything.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Of course, that's the way of our people. Feel free to join us later. I'm sure Mikael or Tansula will be more than happy to have you in their home later this evening. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I heard something rattle in my ceiling.
The cat?
No. So you guys are kind of left to your own devices now by this giant stable area. It smells like horse manure down here. It's kind of damp. You know, like it's like it's the mossy, stinky underside of a deck.
Nice.
It's clean, but it doesn't smell the greatest.
Do we whoever looks like they're in charge? Because you said it just started to go up. Like whoever's like in charge, I would take Snaggle Horse up to and either ride up with them or get that all squared away.
You see one of the stable keeps down with the horses, and he's just kind of sitting there watching the other one go up as he's holding the tether to the next one. Oh, may I help you guys?
We have horses, and we're not sure where to board them while we are up there.
Oh.
We were pointed this way. We're traveling with the druids from Tan Butte, and they pointed us this direction.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on a sec. And he kind of he just like lets the tether go, and then he kind of just lets it go, and then towards like the north, it's that. Okay, so the area you guys are in, there is a big rectangle that has several dashes. You're in that big open place because you can see up into like above the deck. This is a giant hole in the deck that they're.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's really hard to explain, but yeah, like areas that have like the circles in them. Those are like those are like where trees are growing.
This is like some Swiss Family Robinson shit.
Kind of, yeah.
I can see it now.
Yes, thank you. That's a good reference for it.
Do the trees look climbable?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get stuck in them? Because if so, nah.
I want to try and climb a tree.
Make an athletics check. Are you gonna go to the one that's nearest to you?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Druzy my horse's reins, and I'm just gonna go try and climb a tree.
Okay. Which is funny because the gate is really close to that area, so the stable keep is ushering you to motioning for you to put your horses in there and your wagon. What'd you get? 17? Wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, Moonshadow decides to sprint up the side of a tree using her claws. Roll again. She gets about 30 feet up. So the rest of you have brought your horses into the pasture, and he's just like, if you need, you're free to leave them here if you wish. Depends. You can come pick them up whenever you want. You can leave them here forever. How long? It's up to you. I'm sure if you talk to Hansula or Gorwin, they'll come get us. My name is Wyron. Ensign. Wyron Ensign. If you need me, my house is just down the way from the stables.
Thank you very much.
Of course. I hope you enjoy your stay here in Fairbrook. Don't get many visitors.
I got a 12.
Okay, so you get about 15 more feet up, and then you kind of look down, because now you're 45 feet in the air, and you're looking down, and you're kind of like, oh. And you look up, and you see that you have a great distance more, and you're kind of you got about 20 feet more up. You have to go.
Okay.
But you're kind of just stuck there now. And you're like, roll again.
I want my tail to get really bushy.
It does get a little bit bushier.
It's another 12.
You move only 5 more feet. You don't have that first bit of momentum anymore.
Yeah.
So you're kind of getting stuck.
I'm gonna call down to Druzy and say, "Hey, Druzy."
Yes, Moonshadow.
Remember how we talked about me getting stuck?
Yes, Moonshadow.
I think it happened.
Yes, Moonshadow. I think it did.
Oh my god.
How are we going to rectify this?
You could drink.
I nudge Gilbert and say, "What does rectify mean?"
It means to fix.
Fix. I write it down.
At this point, it's the shorter way up than down.
I will catch you. Jump.
Wait, can't
No.
Roots?
Nazar said he'd catch me. I
Oh
jumped.
my god.
Oh God, no!
Oh my god.
I smack Nazar on the back and say, "You can do it," and cast guidance on them.
Make a dexterity
Okay.
saving throw for me, Nazar.
Do I get advantage?
Nope. Saving throw because it's urgent.
Okay. Then never mind.
You slap him on the ass and it has no effect.
16. I have -1 to dex.
Moonshadow, with disadvantage, make an acrobatics check.
I am almost 7 feet in the air, if that tells you anything. I'm closer to her than anybody else.
11.
I did my best.
Moonshadow dies. She uses one of her 7 lives. Or 9 lives.
Nazar, you're standing there and you have your arms wide open to catch, and you look, you hear, Moonshadow falls literally 1 foot to your left and hits the ground, taking, what did I say? 21 bludgeoning damage as she hits the ground and falls face first into a fresh pile of horse shit.
Yes!
I didn't think you'd actually jump. This was joke. I'm not good at these jokes yet. I'm really trying. I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Ashley, how many hit points do you have
I'm
left?
still up. I have 4 hit points, but I have 4, but I want to pretend like I died.
Roll a deception, make a deception check.
Is it deception or performance?
They're both the same. It's a 7.
You're still breathing.
Can I make a medicine check to see if he's still alive? Or to see if she deceived me?
No, it's very clear that she's still alive. She's just being an asshole.
As all cats are wont to do.
You did not land on your feet. And then Wyron kind of looks at you guys and goes, "Holy, are you okay?" Fuck. Damn it.
Are you not supposed to swear?
It's a habit I'm trying to break.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am perfectly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I jump up and I'm like, yes, I'm perfectly fine. Start cleaning off my face.
I got a rag. Okay,
Yes, that's going to be very helpful. Thank you so much.
he hands off a rag. He's like, just keep it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna turn to Wyron.
Moonshadow, I think from this, we learn that it's best to listen to me when I say, maybe don't run up a tree. You're going to get stuck.
She was not stuck. She fell. It is fine. She's on the ground again.
I'd recommend maybe using the lifts next time.
Thank you very much. I will definitely do that.
Moonshadow, would you like a complimentary serpent oil? That'll help fix you right up after that fall.
Yes, thank you very much.
And I hand her an oil. Also, while we put everything away, I locked up my wagon real tight, and I grabbed my portable my suitcase that has my Professor Stanford Smith written on the side, and it has all my things inside.
Like the Harold Hill suitcase from Music Man.
Harold Hill, the suitcase.
Okay, so
Locks it and rolls his eyes.
is there anything you wanted to do?
I want to turn to Wyron and just kind of deadpan it. Be like, "Do you have a place to drink?"
Not an actual real establishment. We don't sell anything. It's more of a gathering hall.
What?
A gathering hall?
And there's no alcohol to be
No,
sold.
there is some alcohol, but not. We're not big drinkers here. Only the occasional drink here and there.
I turn back to the group and I say, "I'd like to leave now."
Lochran, you can't. Don't be rude. We can stay here. You can go a night without a drink.
You talking in the third person now?
Gil, you have a whole
Over it.
thing of beer on the back of your.
Well, that's for emergencies.
Well,
Gil,
now
you
it's an emergency, doesn't it?
Gil, didn't you also buy?
It's nothing.
Didn't Roots make you some weird dirt liquor?
Yeah, he did. You know what? It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. I could use a night where I remember.
I am very proud of you, Gil.
Gil, that is the most ominous thing I've ever heard you say.
So far.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, I don't plan on doing much here. If was just a gathering hall, unless there's something else going on here.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, no, nothing. Over the course of maybe the past 24 hours, my life expectations have fluctuated wildly.
Are you dying?
I'm not dying. No, I shouldn't say life expectation. I should say life awareness.
Oh.
There's a lot more magic out there than you might be led on to believe.
He's learned a lot about magic.
It's terrifying.
You've obviously not experienced the good of it. But you guys say you're from Tanbutte, right?
Correct.
I am not.
Well, some
Neither
of you,
am I.
We are coming from Tanbutte.
yeah. I mean, you guys are. That sounds perfect example of what our magic does for it. Crops grow as we bless the ground. Not all magic is bad. I don't know what kind of magic you guys have encountered since then, but you know, if you guys want, you can hop on with the horse on this lift if you want.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, and it's kind of like another person, another elven man is lowered down on that, and he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like, "Oh, hi,
Hello. Hello.
And then Wyron's, Camus, can you take them up with you? They've checked in their horses and wagon, and he's like, all right, okay, hop on, I guess. And what about that horse with the barrel? You want me to take that one up next?
Yeah, take that one up. Seems like I'm gonna need it.
Okay. So you all get piled onto it. The horse gets on too. Budweiser gets on as well.
Budweiser.
You guys get slowly cranked up on the lift, up into about 60-some feet in the air. And it kind of sways a little bit, but it's solid. And as you kind of get up, you hear a clink in the back, because the back sways a little bit to, like, a degree that's a little hard, but it locks into place. And the elf you now know as Camus opens the gate, and he goes, just walk through the stables there and take a right, and you can end up out in a square. There's the market, and then I'm sure you probably want to go to the gathering hall or something.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. So you get through the little stable area, and you kind of come outside to a very expansive deck-like area. There are people milling about. The sun has gone down, but there still seems to be quite a bit of activity on the streets. Just right around the corner from where you guys are, because everything's very open, you can see that there are a few market stalls up, and several people just kind of tending those and taking care. There are a couple of bigger buildings you can see, but you can see that there are lots of houses that are kind of stacked around trees and on top of each other. Everything is very close-knit, but also very natural feeling, because it's like houses are woven from tree branches and twigs and vines and stuff, so everything seems to be one whole unit.
Very cool.
I want to try and drink this serpent elixir.
Do it. Are you drinking it?
Yeah.
I'll say, well, isn't that a fine elixir right there?
Yes,
And then
thank
you
you very
heal.
much for giving it to me.
You heal 9 hit points.
Oh shit. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Moonshadow, do you feel better now? Do you feel good? Did it help?
I did not feel bad. I just fell. It's okay. A little
That
bit,
sounds
yes.
like oh, look, she feels better. It's almost like this is real medicine.
I told you, I sell the highest quality medicine
I believe it.
of the West Nile. I don't know what river there are.
Not that!
Max said he was gonna go over to the stalls. I'm gonna make my way toward the the gathering hall.
I am also making my way to the gathering.
Sit.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you guys go south past the human lifts, to the small square at the southernmost part of the map, you can see that there is a big swirling staircase on a tree, wrapping around a tree next to you. But there doesn't seem to be anything intact into this tree. It seems like, so that tree right next to that square, there seems to be built stairs, but they don't go into the tree. There's a sizable distance between the tree and the city, and it's swirling up all the way up into past the canopy. But you go into that wooden little shack of an area. Yeah, you guys that's the gathering hall for the moment. I'm gonna go back to Professor Smith.
So who went to the gathering hall? I'm just curious.
Everybody but Max, I think.
I was going to talk to Max, so I stayed with Max.
Okay, so Max and Moonshadow. It's not very busy, but there are 10 little stalls kind of in that circle, this little square circle. There's various things. It's, some food, basic tools.
I'm specifically looking for catnip.
Make a perception check.
And I'm asking the professor if he has any catnip.
Maybe back in my wagon, but not on me.
Dirty 20.
You can gather that herbs and stuff aren't what really is sold in the market. It's more of like material goods. But you kind of gather that if you asked around, you'd probably find a plethora of herbs and spices in anybody's home.
I'm going to start playing my flute and just trying to call people over to be like, come one, come all. Get the finest elixirs of this side of the nearest river.
Make a performance check.
All right.
I want to try and help him.
What are you going to do, Moonshadow, to help?
I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I get heard tales about him. Like, come on, let's go and see what he has to say. I'm just trying to get a crowd.
Okay.
I got an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
Roll with advantage.
Oh, thanks. That's a 11 again?
You kind of get some side eyes. You don't get a giant crowd, but some people do come up. And, you're in the center of essentially the town square, kind of, or what you would assume town square would be. You're in the middle of the marketplace, and everybody's looking at you already, and they're just kind of like, okay, what's up? You have, maybe 2 or 3 people that actually come up to you.
All right. I present them my wares, and I say, "You, what's suffering?" I point my flute at someone, and I'm like, "You, what are you suffering from? What ails ye?"
Confusion.
Confusion. Well, I have quite the product for you. If you would look at this pixie sweat, it'll cure that confusion right out of you.
But pixies don't sweat.
Do you have a doctorate in monsters and pixies? I don't think so.
Make a persuasion check.
That's that one.
I might not have a degree in it, but I have lived most of my life in the woods and come in contact with many different beasts. But I know pixies don't sweat. So you're selling falsities, sir.
It's just a matter of speech, it's just the name we gave to the product. It's really just some herbal medicine.
Well, you're at the home of herbal medicine, so I'm not interested.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And she leaves.
Have a nice rest of your day.
There's a couple other people that kind of watch her go and, look back at you, kind of okay.
Another satisfied customer. Come one, come all.
Make another persuasion check.
All right. I'm going to use a different D20 because I'm not feeling that one right now. 21.
Okay,
so with this guy.
It takes a couple minutes after that little display and that woman just kind of hanging you out to dry, but you manage to sell a few things to a couple people passing through the market, and you make about 40 gold.
All right. A profitable day.
How? Is that what you said, Frank?
No, is it? Jeez.
He has an incredible markup on his stock.
I want to ask for a commission on that because I help get people.
You want a commission?
Just 5 gold is all I ask.
Fine, you can have 5 gold. I appreciate the help. If you'd like to help more in the future, there'd be more gold where that's coming from.
Thank you.
To the rest of the group in the gathering hall, you enter a weirdly shaped wooden door. It seems like it goes with the natural bend and waves in wood. So it's not a perfect circle, not a perfect square. It's very unique. But as soon as you open it, walk in, and it's very calm. There are very many people. There's a ton of people in, but it's more of a giant gathering area. There's no bar. There's a giant circular hearth in the middle of the room that goes up. The smoke goes up through like kind of like, you know, like a cone, but it's kind of like a concave cone, like a funnel, upside down funnel, and it goes out the top of the hole.
Like a teepee.
Kind of more like a wigwam.
Yeah.
So in the center is that, and then there are circular tables spread out throughout the whole place, and people are sitting on cushions with their legs crossed, drinking from like bowls. It's very Japanese-ish, but it's very communal. It's cozy. It's calm, and there are some people playing music, but it's kind of like a lute, but not like a jingly jangly lute. It's very calm. You have found the gathering hall.
Are there any empty tables?
Yeah, there are a couple.
I want to, as soon as I sit down, I start rummaging through my old man bag. I pull out that goddamn square potion bottle and set up my little my alchemist chemistry set. I want to try to identify the specific substance that this is.
Okay.
And I think I can do that. It says that's according to Xanathar, but whatever you want it to be. Identify substance is a DC 15 check. I don't know what I would add to that, either my medicine or nature or whatever.
Maybe your wisdom or intelligence.
We'll go with wisdom. Daddy needs to prove Max a fraud. Hell yeah! It was a 16.
Max, what is it?
It's just mineral oils and mineral water and a little bit of gelatin powder.
Okay, so it doesn't do anything.
No,
but it's not actively harmful.
Correct.
It's just a square jar full of jelly.
It's not okay. That's all I wanted to know. I'm just in my own little weird sitting crisscross applesauce at this table, with a matches and a beaker. What fuck is that?
I'm getting some weird looks, but yeah.
I'm gonna sit at the table as well, and I'm gonna pull out.
It's big enough for 8 people.
I'm gonna pull out 5 cups and my bottle of rum.
I'll also sit down.
It's a tight squeeze for you, Nazar, but you
I'm a big boy.
He's big.
And I will use my scarf and start wiping out the cups that Gilbert got out of his bag.
Hey, they're clean.
I believe you. Continues wiping them out.
I've drank from dirtier cups.
I'm gonna kind of look around and kind of pour a shot's worth, a little extra than a shot's worth, to those who want it.
Yeah, Loch will take one.
I'll drink.
Whoever wants a drink sits and drinks, and nobody approaches. You're left to your own devices. Not much is happening here. Professor Smith and Moonshadow?
Yes.
You've made a little bit of moolah. What do you guys want to do?
I just want to wander around the town and see what else is here.
Okay.
Just trying to take in, finding good access points, things that we've discussed, Al.
Make a investigation check. Max, is there anything you want to do?
I'll probably just follow Moonshadow because I've not been here long, but I do know that I could probably prevent her from getting in trouble.
I got a 14.
Okay. You're not really in your element, Moon.
Yeah.
And you walk around, you guys walk around for about 15-20 minutes, and that really is about as long as it takes to walk this first floor. As you can see that this sprawls up and out on the tree tops.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice that there's aside from where the horses were, there's not a lot of, like, the ground under the area doesn't, it looks upturned in areas, but it doesn't look like they go down there. It's like they stay up in the canopy.
Okay.
But you manage to locate what looks like a place of worship.
Okay.
Which is that big building catty corner to the giant tree.
Okay.
You see tons and tons of house. You find the stables. Again, you find the grain mill, which is has poles attached to two water wheels that sit in the two tributaries of the rivers that run below, like crisscross and weave between the under the deck. So those are things that you notice. You see that there is like a small like walkway path all the way around the outside of the perimeter.
Yeah.
And then you can see that there are literally dozens and dozens of trees or stairs that go up into the trees. There seems to be infinite numbers of ways to enter and exit this place, and you can't figure out all of them.
Yeah. Did I happen to find any like outlooks or like places where they would set?
You can gather that how they use those walkways on the perimeter as their vantage points, because they are they're like 60 some feet off the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you guys do, unless you want to discuss anything.
As we're kind of sitting there, and after Loch does his like furious alchemy, a little bashfully almost, like looks over at Nazar and is kind of like not quite making eye contact, but like says, Nazar, I wanted to apologize for my conduct earlier. I should have used my words and not a power that I am not quite sure what it is to express my heartfelt disagreement that we should not burn down that house.
Yes, this behavior you show, new word I learned, exhibit, is not good. Is unfair to me, as I am used to. You take, you burn, you move on. This is what I do, and this is what I understand you did not want to do. We should have used words rather than mean magic action.
Yeah, you are right in that. But no, I'm sorry. There is no but. I'm apologizing, and next time we are at an impasse, we can use our words, and not magic. Magic is for those who would hurt us, not for coercing our friends.
I am also sorry. I am learning new way of being.
Yes, and I appreciate that, and as we learn from each other, these incidents should happen less and less. I will tell you, there is a not insignificant part of me that wanted to burn that bastard's house down too, but we need to be the bigger people, even though you usually are the bigger person.
I am big person. He laughs and he slaps Loch on the back.
I probably take 18 hit points worth of damage. Loch, like, damn, face plants into the table.
And Nazar laughs harder. And then he downs his drink.
Yeah. Do you want more?
Bert Gill, pour more.
Okay, yep, here's more.
Bonding.
So, Professor Smith, you managed to walk your way around and come to what you have figured out is the gathering hall. You enter and you find the similar site that I had just recently described, and it's calm. It smells nice in here, and you can see your friends and acquaintances resting at a table.
I'm gonna say very loudly. I'm gonna go, hey, Moonshadow. Hey, Professor, we're sitting here. You can join us here.
I'm also gonna shout and say, yeah, come over here! And then I loudly scoot all of our shit to make room. Absolutely making a disturbance.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but just a way of being.
Literally everyone looks at you. They're just like...
I don't notice.
They're not
My passive
mean.
perception's 11.
I wave at them all.
Locke notices, but
Mine too.
is drunk.
Yeah, how many shots do we have to do before we have to roll con saves to see if we're drunk?
How many did you have? I thought you've only had 2 so far.
This is number 2.
Yeah.
This is 2 for Locke, but he's a slight old man.
I'm constantly drinking.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You're rolling just to self-inflict drunkenness.
12.
Locke got a 13.
You're both fine. A little tipsy, but you feeling doozy.
Like how I'm feeling now.
23!
You're fine. Nazar, I was
I'm huge!
I only got a 7.
Druzy, you're feeling it.
Yeah! That's why I wave, princess, at everyone who's staring at us.
Druzy is drunk. She is in complete lightweight.
I'm small, I don't drink very often. Yeah. I can't drink on the job, so... And I work during prime drinking hours, so, like, during the middle of the morning, I can't be drunk.
Are you talking about being a prostitute or being a teacher?
I mean, why not both? Why not both?
All right. So people, you're here for a couple of hours, I'll assume. Nobody comes up to you, but you can see that people are go up to the fire. As you sit there, some people will go up and make food. There is food sitting around the communal fireplace, and people are cooking it on their own and taking it back to their seats. That's about the only action that happens in the gathering hall.
Right. I would like to have a discussion. I would like to discuss where the fuck are we going? Because so far we've been like, oh, druids, we just got kicked out of our homes. Can we come with you? And they were like, sure, you can come with us. But where are we going?
Druzy, you have a big ass carpet to deliver.
I have a rug that I need to take to Rockwood. And I feel like this is not Rockwood, so we need to go there. We don't know how to get there.
We're also going to Seabridge after this. We have to figure out what happened to that child.
Wait.
Silas. Yes. So we have to go to Seabridge, we have to go to Rotwood, and I just would like to know how we're going to get there. We have horses, that's nice.
Yes, we can always walk. We can always walk. Walking is
where are we walking, Moonshadow? Where are we going?
We're going to Seabridge next.
Well, where is Seabridge?
Well, Locke raises his hand and says, well, I believe Seabridge is back the way we came, but also across Basin Lake.
I think Rotwood is just up.
And Rotwood,
or down.
Yes, Rotwood is north of, almost directly north of us. But I'm not sure.
Since we're talking about location, Nazar's gonna bring out the map that he's been slowly working on that is just kind of the land of like where he's been. So he and Moonshadow had originally taken the river down, and that's how they got to fucking Tambute. I'll lay out and just kind of try to approximate where everyone is talking about, where Rotwood is and where this other town is.
You don't know where Seabridge is, but you know the approximate location of Rotwood.
Okay. So I'll just point with my little claw and be like,
I'd say about
this is approximately where the this wood of rot is. It is north at where we are now. We must go up, and we will see the wood of rot, and we will find Seabridge eventually after.
Is Seabridge really? I mean, that could probably wait, right?
I think so. I mean, we don't know where Seabridge is, so if we go where Rotwood, where we know, we go there, and then we find out where other place is.
It's northeast of
right,
Tandy.
yes?
It's northeast
I
of Tandy.
agree. Bridge is where that Paula went missing. He could die by the time we find him if we don't go there quickly enough.
But if we don't know where we are going, how are we to get there?
It's northeast.
I hear you, Nazar. I'm not saying go there first. I'm just saying that we can't forget to go there.
Flip coin. Can we flip coin? I pull out a coin.
I talked to the guy that ran the post office.
Arnie?
Yes.
Yes. And didn't he give me a general direction about where Seabridge was?
Yeah.
Okay.
From that, you know that Seabridge is much closer than Rotwood.
Okay.
It's over a
A
week.
very
closer.
big item to deliver.
Well, I will say Mother Essie didn't give us a timetable on this delivery.
Take this with you, take it here. I owe her quite a bit, and so this is only the least that I could do.
Did you lay out a map, or did you just say that Seabridge was closer?
I gave as much detail about where I knew Seabridge was as was given to me. So,
Okay.
'Cause I think, and I guess this is a question for Allison. Frank remembers, like, kind of on the map where Seabridge and Rotwood are. Would Loch remember that?
Yeah, of course. It's literally the next closest town to you, besides Whitechapel.
Yeah. So,
You do more trade with Seabridge than any other town.
But we definitely know what.
Yeah, so people who lived in Tanbutte, all together as a group, you have a good approximation of where exactly Seabridge is. Some more than others.
So to get to Seabridge efficiently, would we need to cross the lake? Or would we be able to kind of go back, kind of basically backtrack and go like south of Tanbutte and go back up? Or is there a place that we could use to get across either the lake or the river?
You know that you could probably, if you could secure some boats or something, there might be a lower spot in the river, like further, like kind of in the area that you are now, but like more eastwards, that you could probably, take your horses across at a shallow point in the river, rather than, because if you go south, unless you go very southwest, you're gonna go right through Tanbutte. Tanbutte hugs.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah. So I think the Loch would kind of mention that it's like, we know that this Silas boy is missing. We can relatively easily cross the river if we head a little northeast, and that will get us to Seabridge without backtracking through Tanbutte. Druzy has this item to deliver, but now we have horses and no one has to carry it. My heart does go out to Silas's family, and even though we can't take him back to Tanbutte, we can at least send word from Seabridge that he is alive, or speak of what happened to him.
So we're going to Seabridge first.
I would like to.
Yes.
The wisest course of action. I am also, though, a little bit impaired in my decision making.
Upon hearing the news that we're going to Seabridge, I'm finishing the rum.
Oh, God.
Make it constant.
8.
New rules.
We are going to Seabridge Prison. I've never been to a prison. I don't think I would do well in a prison.
No, you
It's
wouldn't.
not bad. It's a little boring.
What you got?
You sit and
Well,
wait.
I got an
This
8.
is all.
And you've been drinking today?
Nazar, have you been to prison?
Yes, perhaps. Yes.
What have you been to prison for?
Taking tours of them.
You had a.
This is nothing I will disclose.
They're not bad.
I have been, but I am no longer there.
Was it from all the stealing and burning things and then walking away?
I will not
But you
say.
just-
I will
okay,
not say.
alright.
This is not for me to say.
I'm just asked.
Druzy, you can't just ask someone why they went to prison.
Gil walks up and leaves.
Oh.
I'm a follow.
I have no idea. He doesn't know where we're sleeping tonight.
Who's following Gilbert?
Moonshadow is.
And Druzy? Druzy, what did you get on your Constitution saving throw?
I got, I think an 8.
Okay. Your passive perception drops by 5 for the time being. It's not Moonshadow.
Yes.
As you're following Gilbert outside, anytime he's kind of leaning against the wall of the establishment, and as he continues forward, anytime he steps away from the wall, he takes like 2 or 3 steps and falls to the ground and kind of picks himself back up and staggers and falls pretty consistently.
I'm gonna go and help him. I'm gonna go and ask if he needs help.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I got this trusty house to protect me. It's supporting me.
Okay. Why don't you come with me, okay?
Where
We'll
are
find
we
you someplace to fall asleep.
I don't want to go anywhere. I want to go home.
Okay, Gil, where is home for you?
Back in Tambu.
Gil, we cannot go back to Tanview.
Well, I don't want to go to Seabridge.
Okay, you can stay on the outskirts of Seabridge while we go in. Is that okay?
That's fine. Why are we going there again?
We need to find Silas.
Oh, yeah. Silas. I don't want to be seen there.
Okay, we can make it so you are not seen there.
That's all. That's all I'm worried about.
Why are you worried about that?
There are people there. There are people there who don't like me. They don't like me there, and I don't like them either.
Okay, we can make sure you stay away from them.
What? I mean, they kind of run the town.
Oh. Okay. How did you meet them?
Fuck. Okay. Listen up, because you've caught me at a vulnerable moment, as in I am intoxicated. I have visited the prison not for fun. I don't want Lochran to know about it. I don't want Druzy to know about it. I don't want Nazar to know about it. I don't even want the professor to know about it.
I will not tell any of them, I promise.
Yeah, I don't want them to know. Even though I'm a little nervous around Lochran now because I don't know if he's just gonna freeze.
I don't think he will freeze you unless he absolutely has to.
Well, all right, yeah. But I don't want to. I don't. It's not a good place. It's bad. It's bad there.
Why did you have to go to secret?
That's a time for another tale. That's a time for another story.
Okay.
So, not now.
Okay.
And with that, I'm probably just gonna fall over.
I was trying to support him that time, so.
Well, little stocky man go down, but you can help him to his feet and kind of stagger him around. Plan on going.
Say, I'll help him up. Gil, let's try and find you a bed for the night, okay?
Oh, I see your trees.
Yes, and there are houses up here too. We can find you somewhere to sleep.
Well, okie dokie.
Let's go.
I would say through asking around, you managed to find Roots Wane. Roots' house.
Roots' house.
The moth cave, you mean?
Yeah, the moth cave. 10-15 minutes, you've managed to find the moth cave. That it has a not so inconspicuous sign that says the moth cave over the doorway. It's pretty easy but you managed to find his home. And Roots is there with Robin.
Yay, Robin's there. Roots was inside. And when they find him, he's surrounded by scraps of clothes, and he's passed out on his own floor.
As we enter the moth cave, I'm gonna point and go, He's fucking eating clothes again.
Yes, Gil, I can see that. It's okay.
He's gonna eat my clothes?
No, he's not going to eat your clothes. He has plenty to eat here.
Better not. I'm gonna fucking squash them.
I'm very sure you can, Gil.
I'm gonna go fists of fury.
I'm gonna try and lead Gil to a bed.
Okay, there's piles of rags everywhere, and clothes. So I'm sure you can find.
Does Roots Wane live in squalor?
He's addicted to clothes. What is the rest of the gang doing?
I don't know. We don't know Larius.
I'm munching down. Chow down.
I was going to follow Bill and Moonshadow.
You're staggering around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Trucy's just shit-faced,
Yeah,
the world spinning around. She's telling a story in her own head while she walks the street.
Making my way downtown, moving fast, drinks not good.
As Druzy tries to walk out drunk, I kind of Moonshadow can take care of Gil. You sit down, eat something. I give her a granola bar.
As you guys are standing in the doorway of the gathering hall, you hear like a
Like a gather sound, everybody gather sound, or everybody get the fucking sound, or everybody come.
As you, Lochran and Druzy make perception checks. Druzy, subtract 5. Subtract 5.
17.
Loch got a 24.
You immediately see that there is a shift in attitude in the folks that are out, and people start to go inside and close up shops.
Oh no.
And you can see, because you're right in the doorway, you can see people that immediately just leave what is there on the tables and leave the building. They're saying, get inside. What are you doing? Stop standing there.
What's going on?
Just find a. Who are you staying with?
Either.
Roots Wane.
No.
Fine.
Either Tsula or Gorwin. We arrived with the druids who were just leaving Tangier.
Just come with me quickly.
Okay, I go with them. I lean in and Nazar, something is happening. Also, Professor. I wave to them.
I'm like, oh, and I pick up my plate of meat and I just kind of start hustling. Okay.
So I am with Druzy to follow.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out on all your favorite social media platforms at Ghostlight Dice. Special thanks to John Claudy for our theme, Wide Open Chaparral.